Keep Calm and Cut Him Off by Bruce Bryans. And we're gonna read a chapter and then philosophize about what is beautiful or what we get from this chapter. Keeping him out of your life will allow you to recover much faster from rejection. It goes without saying that you will have a much easier time bouncing back after being rejected by a guy if you chase interacting with him. By cutting contact, your rate of recovery won't be as drawn out, since you will be less likely to ponder and fantasize about all the possibilities of what you and him could be. Fantasize about winning his heart and changing him wouldn't enter your mind as much, simply because your decision to walk away and never look back will empower you immensely. The power of making a firm decision to distance yourself and get on with your life cannot be overstated. The mere act of making a decision in favor of your dignity will energize you and help you to feel more confident about yourself and the future of your love life. Of course, while the nature of your past relationship with a guy and his rejection will play a strong role in how long it will take you to recover, you could still shorten this recovery period simply by being decisive about protecting your dignity. The main reason why quickly cutting ties with a guy can help you to bounce back quickly is because it trains you to handle male rejection in the healthiest way possible, to get on with your life as quickly as possible without looking back. Every time you walk away from a bad or go nowhere romance without back paddling, you get stronger. Every time you quickly cut ties with a guy who rejects or ghosts you and you refuse to chase him for attention, you get stronger. Your ability to let go and optimistically move on in spite of the rejection will build your resilience. Over time, you will get better at vetting men and appraising their potential earlier on, to make it less likely that a romantic encounter will end in a heartbreaking rejection, even if it does end in rejection. This resilient mindset will separate you from scores of women who waste weeks, months, even years of their lives on that one guy who they can't seem to shake. You wouldn't find yourself waiting around to finally be picked by that one guy, because you would have developed the ruthless habit of getting rid of those type of men as quickly as possible. Your resilience will help you to date more efficiently, as your low tolerance towards male rejection in all its varied forms will keep you from wasting enormous amount of time and effort in low interested men and dead-end relationships. This is the beauty of being the kind of a woman who does not make herself a slave to a male rejection. She can bounce back quickly simply because she prioritizes her dignity, as she refuses to entertain men who reject her love. You don't want to waste your youth and affections on a man who aren't crazy, the good kind of crazy, about you. If a guy doesn't want you all to himself, he doesn't want you and must be treated as inconsequential. So, keep your recovery time short by maintaining a low tolerance towards a male rejection. It will build your resilience and increase your confidence for interacting with a man in the future. I believe that why I love this guy and why I choose this book, it's empowering, and what is empowering in this book is really what I like about this book. It's not the fact that you're gonna go silence on someone, because I usually don't just ghost people, and the fact that I'm not gonna date someone, it doesn't mean that I would neglect, reject, mistreat, ignore, and abuse them. No, I would normally speak my mind and speak my desires, even if it's not what the guy expects or want. But what I love about this book is that empowers you to act in life, to act not out of fear, anger, I don't know, any other negative things, trying to manipulate a person or be silent so he will want you back. No, I love this book because it empowers you to be you and to act and choose for you, for your life, which means that the way this guy, I have several of his books that I just read probably recently, and what I like about that is that empowers you to choose for yourself, which include a responsibility for your life. Instead of sitting and crying and nagging that the person is not taking you out and is not putting the effort that you wish he would, or the effort that you deserve, that is flaky, lazy, it empowers you to get back to your life and live life for you, and not wait there for a guy to take you on a restaurant. If you want to go to a restaurant, you go to a restaurant. You don't need a guy, you don't need a boyfriend to have a supper, you know. So what is really like powerful about this guy, it just reminds me of the Bible. I don't know if he's Christian, I don't know why it reminds me, but if you read the Bible, you may understand why subconsciously I connected. But in the Bible, they say, I don't remember which chapter was, but it says, you're going to recognize them by their actions. And if we take just this simple phrase that you can recognize the God in humans through their actions, through their, not their words, actions. I will tell you, There are many sick people in the religion societies who hide behind spirituality, and they can preach you for hours and hours and hours about holiness, virginity, and so on. However, uh, they're fake. They are just hiding because they're afraid to be nowhere in life, to be nothing, just failures. So religion is a very comfortable blanket to cover your insecurities with, or oh, she's suffering, waiting for the guy, poor girl. But the truth is that I love this book because it empowers you to choose for you. Choose for you, it means choose to live life you deserve today and not wait for the guy that is not appreciating you and willing to be valuable and make you valid, listen, heard, now, seen, now, here, and today. And if you know, I dated one person this year, you probably know already. And I read this book and I decided to take a space, not to punish the guy, just to be with myself. And more space I took, more I realized that this person is just not okay with themselves for first. And there is nothing to explain really. Sometimes even if you explain, they don't understand you. Sometimes the best decision you can do for yourself is to choose to be alone. There is nothing more beautiful than crying alone, believe it or not. I know you can tell me that I'm crazy and this is fine, but it's okay to cry alone, and it's okay to not be okay. And even if you decide to separate from someone, to still be hurt or disappointed by the fact that this person has no power or dignity to be a human being around you or around himself either. So I really love this chapter. It's the power of acting in your own interest, the power of choosing for you, for your life. Because if you choose to stick with someone that is really not appreciating, I promise you, no matter how intelligent, beautiful, and successful you are going to go down. I could see this by myself, just dating a person for a few months. Me, person with 3 master's degrees and speaking almost 7 languages fluently. I would be sad. He would tell me that I am not worthy of his time, with high school education and no financial success. And if you hear this quite often as a reasonable human, you may start adopt yourself, not because you're such a bad person, but because receiving a negative feedback does affect you, especially if it's on a daily basis. So taking actions to protect yourself as a female, as a woman, as a as a powerful creature, as a spirituality, I believe it's such an important tool and such an important mission in life and task for us ladies. And same for males, for gentlemen. I had somebody that I talked recently, and really like guys experience the same thing. And this is why it's so powerful to choose for you and not allow people like that. It just come to my head, someone really upset me. I thought he was a friend and he acted it not very friendly last week, and this really like kind of made me very sad. I remember that seeing these women that have 3 or 4 guys hug their oh yeah, he's in love with me, and they don't really have a friendship with those people. It's not a pure friend, but it's more like a manipulation. The woman manipulates the guy to stick around, but it's never actually dating him. It's just using him to boost her image and to show around that somebody can be in love with her. And I just cut somebody this week. I'm like, I'm not gonna be your friend, because obviously you're not around me because you want to be my friend. You want something else. And I don't like it that the first or any occasion that you have that I'm weak, you're gonna try to get to go to some other direction that I'm not willing to. So sometimes letting go people when we are alone is so painful, and it's so hard to recognize the power to be honest with ourselves. It's outrageous. I cannot tell you how painful it is to be honest with yourself. It's not fun. It's not fun, and it's not beautiful. And sometimes it's better to sit and wait for things to change, to be better, to be more beautiful, and so and so. But it's good, and it's so releasing when you drop those things that are not good enough and you read a book instead. Isn't that like beautiful? I don't know. You can think that I'm crazy. That's okay. That's fine. But keep calm and cut him off. That was my philosophizing on this chapter number 3. To take action for yourself and choose for your life. Thank you guys for being here. And if you do like this small reading with philosophizing in the end, you can write me your inspirational thoughts below. I appreciate you so much, and have a good day. Bye bye.